What? Look at BigXThaPlug on my metal glasses. Man, they tripping, bro.
That clip caught everything. BigXThaPlug right outside a Dallas strip club, New Year's confetti still fresh on the ground, his voice full of straight up shock. His homie had just been shot in the head, and nobody expected what came next because the footage didn't come from his people. When you find out who supposedly leaked it, the whole story flips on its head. This was a New Year's nightmare in Dallas. See, when you hit the club scene in Dallas, especially on a night like New Year's Eve, you already know that energy can go from good vibes to chaos in a heartbeat. The city's rap scene has been through it, losing local legends and watching beefs
What? Look at BigXThaPlug on my metal glasses. Man, they tripping, bro.
Destroy what could have been a united wave of talent. So when the Pink House Dallas dropped news of its grand opening on December 31st, 2025, the city went crazy. New spot, clean aesthetic, and all the hottest names were set to pull up to bring in 2026 with style. The lineup was packed, and sitting right at the top, BigXThaPlug, Dallas' very own, the dude taking the South by storm with platinum hits and crossover fame. Now, if you've been sleeping on Big X, wake up. This man came out of Dallas swinging hard, mixing that southern trap bounce with a little country flavor that nobody saw coming. His track Texas went double platinum, stacking over 330 million streams. Then came right after and went triple platinum. Big X wasn't just winning, he was dominating. He'd been linking up with names like R.O., Jelly Roll, and Shaboos for that country rap crossover heat. His album, I Hope You're Happy, dropped in August 2025, proving Big X wasn't just a one-lane artist. He was versatile, ambitious, and clearly on the road to greatness. But here's where things get tricky. Success in rap, especially when you've got street roots, brings all kinds of eyes your way. Not everyone's clapping for your wins. Some folks stay lurking, waiting for that slip-up. And Big X had a few legal bumps leading up to that night. Back in February 2025, he got caught with an unlicensed firearm. Then again in August that same year, same deal. Pulled over with straps and some loud. That forced him to cancel some major promo events. Blogs were talking non-stop, the streets were whispering, and the pressure around his name was only getting hotter. But through all of it, Big X kept pushing forward, kept making hits, and kept his inner circle locked tight. Speaking of that circle, one name kept coming up right next to Big X's, Z the Wizard. Real name, Zachary Cannon Fields. Some reports spell it differently. Just 25, born and raised in Oak Cliff, South Dallas. Z's story was straight hustle. Dude had hoop dreams once, ready to take it to the league until an injury shut that door. But instead of folding, he turned that setback into a comeback and found his new path in music. Z's projects like Hood Prophet and Wiz Who Is Z showed a different kind of energy. Not just talk about ops and beef, but music rooted in struggle, motivation, and survival. The Dallas Observer even named Z the Wizard one of the top 20 rappers to watch in the DFW, and he was really earning that spotlight. With 25,000 monthly Spotify listeners and a loyal fan base growing track by track, Z was building something real. Then came that major moment, August 2025, when Z officially signed with Future's Free Bands label. That was the big break. G Herbo and Rod Wave had already shown him love, and suddenly the mainstream path was wide open. The Dallas wave was starting to feel unstoppable. Artists like Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700, Head Huncho, Amir, and Jimmo Chung were all proving that Dallas didn't need internal beefs to thrive anymore. After years of tension and loss since MO3's tragic passing in 2020, it finally felt like Dallas rap was on the rise again. So when New Year's Eve 2025 came around and both Big X and Z pulled up to the Pink House for its grand opening, everyone expected a celebration. The clock was ticking toward midnight, champagne was flowing, and the place was packed with people ready to welcome 2026 in style with live performances, good energy, and nothing but love in the air. Yeah, success in rap always brings haters. Big X had his share of small beefs before. Lil CJ Casino over a robbery rumor, Finesse 2 times over a collab gone wrong, and Big Evo over just a simple phrase. But none of that had anything to do with what went down that night. Then came the footage that really had the internet losing it, a clip even more shocking than Big X's own reaction video. A separate video dropped online, allegedly showing the exact moment Z the Wizard was shot. It was wild, recorded on a phone with visible watermarks, capturing the chaos in the Pink House parking lot. You could see people running in every direction, gunfire flashing through the dark, and Z reportedly collapsing after being hit. The sound of screaming, car alarms, everything. Pure chaos. In the video, people could be heard calling out Z's name, and comments all over social media labeled it deeply disturbing, with many begging for it to be taken down because of how graphic it was. Right away, theories exploded. Some folks claimed the clip was leaked by Opps, trying to take credit or mock Big X's crew. Others thought it could have been friendly fire from Z's own people, a tragic mistake caught on camera. But police haven't confirmed any of that. What is known is that Z's memorial turned into something beautiful amid the pain. On January 11, 2026, hundreds gathered at the inspiring Body of Christ Church in Dallas for a candlelight vigil. About 100 people showed up, most wearing blue, Z's signature color. His mother spoke through tears, a pastor talked about ending the cycle of gun violence, and the crowd came together chanting, "This life matters." Police stood by for safety, but there were no problems, no ops, no drama, just love and mourning. Online, though, things got messy. Some fake accounts started spreading false funeral footage, clips that were completely made up just to farm clicks. Those rumors were quickly debunked. Z's mother, Leanne Ann Grant, launched a GoFundMe asking for $100,000 to help cover funeral costs and support the family. Some people online criticized the amount, but she stood her ground, reminding everyone that her son had been the main provider for their family and deserved to be honored properly. Meanwhile, the Pink House Club came under fire too, not only for what people called weak security that night, but also for a poorly timed social media post bragging about dancer earnings right after the tragedy. That post made everything worse, sparking more anger and confusion. Then came another wild theory, that this whole situation was part of a PR stunt. Some thought the shooting or even the viral clip was exaggerated or staged to boost attention, similar to the way folks once claimed Big X's August 2025 arrest was a setup to hype his album. But that theory falls apart fast because Z the Wizard really lost his life. There was a real funeral, a real mother crying, and a community in pain. No clout stunt could fake that. What this situation really showed was how deep the problems run in the rap world: violence, misinformation, and the way tragedy gets turned into content before the body's even cold. Hip-hop's been battling these same demons for decades. The line between fame and danger is razor thin. The same story keeps repeating: an artist on the rise, a violent incident, viral footage, and a storm of conspiracy theories that twist the truth. Sadly, it's a pattern fans have seen too many times. Just another painful reminder that the culture's still fighting for peace. To really get it, you gotta look back. This isn't new. Think about the most famous example: Tupac Shakur, September 1996, Las Vegas. After a Mike Tyson fight, Pac was riding shotgun in Suge Knight's BMW when a white Cadillac rolled up beside them and opened fire. Pac fought for 6 days in the hospital before passing from internal bleeding, just 25 years old, the same age as Z the Wizard when he was killed. That case went unsolved for nearly 30 years, and during that time, wild conspiracy theories took over the culture. People swore Tupac had faked his death, saying he was hiding out in Cuba under his alias Machiavelli. The streets love a mystery, but behind all that noise, families still mourn, just like Z's is now. Of course, people were gonna start talking, saying it was a setup, a targeted hit, maybe even an inside job. That's what always happens when hip-hop loses one of its own in a violent way, and the truth doesn't come fast enough. But what makes this Dallas tragedy hit so hard is that the whole point of the New Dallas movement was to stop this kind of pain from happening again. After MO3 was murdered on that Dallas highway back in November 2020, a case where Yella Beezy was later accused of being involved through a hired hitman, the local scene fell apart. Beefs that had been quiet for years exploded, and the city's rap culture started eating itself alive. But out of all that chaos came a new message. Artists like Zillionaire Doe, Montana 700, Head Huncho, Amir, Z the Wizard, and Jimmo Chung stood up to push a different energy. Unity over division, collaboration over competition, real community over street politics. BigXThaPlug was right there at the front of that wave, using his rising fame to shine a light on the next generation. He took Z the Wizard on tour, showed him love, co-signed his music, and gave people a blueprint for what it looks like when established artists lift others up instead of tearing them down. Z the Wizard himself carried that same spirit. His music wasn't about beefs or disses. It was about hustle, motivation, and surviving through struggle. His projects like Hood Prophet and his collabs with Young Don proved he was serious about showing that rap could inspire instead of destroy. But even with all that positivity, violence still crept in. The details from that night are still murky. Who started the argument? What triggered it? Whether the guns were brought in or grabbed from cars outside, police are still investigating. As of now, they've confirmed it's being treated as a homicide, but no suspects have been officially named. Some street whispers say it might have been friendly fire, maybe someone from Z's own circle, but none of that's been verified by law enforcement. The truth is still hidden in that parking lot chaos. Big X hasn't said much publicly about the loss, but actions always speak louder than words. Reports say he quietly honored 3 of Z's final wishes, though nobody's revealed exactly what those were. Meanwhile, artists like Head Huncho and Amir posted tributes on Instagram, calling Z a real one, cool, humble, and genuine, talking about their bond that went all the way back to childhood. The whole Dallas community showed up with love, standing with Z's family while trying to drown out the noise from online clout chasers spreading false rumors. Then there's the club itself, the Pink House Dallas. Turns out that spot already had a shady reputation. Reports surfaced that the manager had ties to other high-crime nightlife locations like V Live Dallas, which made folks question why they weren't stricter about security, and the fact that the club posted about dancer earnings just days after the shooting. That was cold. It showed a disturbing disconnect between basic human empathy and the money-driven nightlife scene. As of January 15, 2026, the investigation's still open. No arrests, no closure, just questions. The Dallas rap community is still grieving, still defending itself from people trying to twist the story into clickbait. Streams of Z the Wizard's music have skyrocketed since his passing. Bittersweet, because the attention he deserved in life is finally coming when he's no longer here to feel it. Big X keeps moving though. His track Hell at Night has been charting on Billboard since early January 2026, and his platinum status means he's still a powerhouse. But you can see the weight on him. In that viral clip, his whole posture told the story. No amount of fame or plaques can block out the pain of losing someone who came up right beside you. The real takeaway here, if there even is one, is that hip-hop's fight with violence is deep and complicated. It's a cycle that's hard to break. Movements like New Dallas try to bring peace and unity, but it only takes one night, one gun, one moment for everything to spiral. And when the truth isn't clear, conspiracy theories rush in, social media goes wild, and families are left trying to grieve while the internet picks their pain apart for views. What happened at the Pink House on New Year's Eve 2025 was senseless. A young man with talent, heart, and opportunity, a record deal, a community behind him, and music that moved people, gone because of a parking lot argument. Whether it was targeted, random, or something in between, we may never really know. But one thing is certain, Z the Wizard deserves so much better. Big X lost more than a collaborator that night. He lost a brother, and the Dallas rap scene lost another voice it had been fighting so hard to protect. Rest in peace, Z the Wizard. Long live the Wizard. If you made it this far, hit that like button, drop a comment to show love for Z's legacy, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into hip-hop's most shocking moments.